In an ever-changing world, one filled with disruption and disruptive events, employees are concerned, confused, and can become disengaged. To overcome this, every moment in your employee experience matters, as empathy and awareness are here to shape the new employee experience. A successful HXM transformation will leverage technology to become not only the key enabler, but also the key differentiator in the execution of all your business results, including your customer experience strategy. Hello, my name is Mark Mitchell. I am a consultant, an entrepreneur, and author. I am coming off a blessed 33-year career in the corporate world with American Airlines, where I was privileged to serve in many key roles over those times, leading the HR digital transformation for American Airlines, serving during the merger of American and US Airways, the Technology Integration Management Office, being the CX lead or customer experience lead and running large airports in New York and Los Angeles. I love travel. I have been to 70 countries. That pales in comparison to my wife's 189 of 193. I'm a sports junkie and a Purdue Boilermaker. So thank you for joining me today for the next 30 minutes. On September 10th, 2001, I was on a plane from Dallas to New York. I was going home to where I lived on Oyster Bay, Long Island, to where I served as the Director of Operations General Manager for American Airlines at New York's LaGuardia Airport. On September 11th, at 8:46 a.m., our world changed. The airline business changed forever. In fact, the future of work in the industry began a rapid evolution of change that continues today. Everything we knew, from security to background checks and employee hiring to cost control to customer expectations, it all changed in a single moment. I trust that most, if not all, of us have seen the impact on the world of 9/11. November 17th, 2019, in Wuhan, China, CV-19 began a rapid series of events that will have a lasting impact on our world once again. Disruption like we've never seen before. How we interact with people, how we work, how we manage and lead our employees, how we serve our customers, and so much more. It has all changed. It is changing to this day. And we are now defining the new world, the new employee experience, establishing new policies, new procedures, new behaviors, one day at a time. These are two of the events that have disrupted our business. If we did not have a wake-up call after 9/11, or after the 2008-2009 financial crisis, we certainly have a big one now. We all need to have plans for disruption for these events and responses to them for our teams and our customers. These plans must cover many aspects of our business and also go deepest into the most critical aspects of our business that are needed for survival and ultimately for revival of our business as we go forward. These disruption events have occurred in the past, and they will occur again. I've seen clearly, as I've looked at the world post-COVID-19, that those companies most digitally prepared, most digitally transformed, in most cases are the ones that are best positioned for early revival and to thrive in a post-COVID-19 world. And here we are today, embarking to understand and to redefine the new future of work and the employee engagement models for our teams and how they will be positioned for success to serve our customers in a COVID-19 world. So today, I want to talk about a little bit about what our agenda is for the next few minutes. the why behind our journey at American Airlines, what we embarked on to deliver, why Synity and SAP were the right partners, how did we deliver the digital transformation across the entire enterprise, realizing the investment and the benefits, what were they, and ultimately talking about a full integration of the solution and how that can help create a total workforce management solution for enterprises and a seamless employee experience. And we'll close on the meat of this presentation today, which is why HXM matters in disruptive times. So why did American Airlines and US Airways embark on this journey? The merger is what gave rise to significant challenges. We had out-of-date technology. We had HR and payroll functions that existed on disparate systems. We had inconsistent, undocumented processes, a limited sense of community. And we needed to overcome those challenges. The solution for us was very clearly to integrate a cloud-based solution with best-in-class technology. Overcoming those challenges will require a solution that also deployed a single HR, payroll, and talent management solution across the enterprise, and not only implementing the technology, but evolving our business processes to take advantage of all the new technology that was coming our way with SAP. It was important to provide greater capabilities and integrated services to the team across 130,000 global team members, making it easy to find, easy to use, having people have a sense of getting their business done as they interacted with the company. The cloud picture that is depicted very clearly represents the work that we accomplished that went live in March of 2018, from talent acquisition to talent management. Not just bringing SuccessFactors to life with Employee Central in March of 2018, but also pursuing the operational benefits of that through mobile, through bringing a modern user experience with Fiori, and extending that solution to C4C, where we stood up an in-house service center, our contingent workforce with Fieldglass, and beyond with partner apps like DocuSign, Synity Data Governance, and more. So why Synity? Why SAP as our preferred solution partners? It was important, first of all, for American to go to the cloud, to be able to take benefits of ongoing quarterly releases that brought new functionality for compliance, for team member experience, and more to the table, to bring the capabilities of S/4HANA and Fiori to the life in the near term for performance, integration, analytics, and a common user interface. Being able to extend the solution for total integration, not just for HR, but for payroll, and to ensure that we had our data migration and data governance partner of Synity bring to life the kinds of things that were deemed essential for the future with a single version of the truth of our own data across the enterprise. It was important to have a global solution. 60 countries that go live with team members present across the globe, Europe, South America, Asia, to be able to feed local payroll systems, to harmonize global HR business processes across the globe in a single seamless manner, ensure the local nuances of home addresses, and ultimately compliance to the ever-changing environment of things like GDPR. And ultimately to bring in two partners who we had confidence and who had the experience to deliver a program of this magnitude. American had been innovating with SAP since the late 90s when we co-innovated and co-launched the first North American payroll with SAP. And during the most recent, we sent a team to Germany to once again customize and co-innovate the solution now known as grade step progression and bring that to life for joint collective bargaining agreements and the complexity of our union environment, and for all customers SAP SuccessFactors serves across the globe. Synity was a must to ensure that our data, a bit muddy on the data, two companies coming together who hadn't been good stewards, to ensure that we created excellence in data governance and data migration along the journey. That project journey lasted about 3.5 years. In the fourth quarter of 2015, we brought in Deloitte, Synity, and SAP to begin the process of designing the workshops. Those system design workshops around digital services for SAP, how we leveraged the Synity data migration team, was critical to get started. Our first phase was delivered a mere 9 months after we began to bring our talent acquisition to life across recruiting, marketing, and onboarding. That was followed quickly by succession planning, performance goals and management, and compensation in the first quarter of 2017 during the normal business processes. And ultimately, through a process which involved intense data migration, pay compares, testing cycles, we went live in March of 2018 with Employee Central successfully and our first wave of payroll that was quickly followed in 2019 by Wave 2 payroll to bring over 2/3 of the company live. The Wave 3 is still coming, but I know from talking to my colleagues, it is well on track. At the time of implementation in March of 2018, this was the largest and most complex SAP SuccessFactors implementation ever completed. So thank you to our partners. That journey was complex. When you think about data migration, data conversion, and data transformation, it wasn't just about lift and shift. It was about leveraging a Synity-guided data strategy around a golden population, a smaller subset of the data that could extend to the larger population to include our pace of mock conversions and ultimately the go live. It was about defining a clear active and inactive strategy, 700,000 employee records that needed to be evaluated, practicing our mock data population and data practices. The first mock conversion took 14 weeks, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day nearly. That process, by leveraging the Synity data strategy, resulted in an 11-day delivery of that same data conversion during go live and a successful dress rehearsal that preceded that. In total, we completed 4 end-to-end testing cycles, 4 mock data conversion cycles, including dress rehearsal, 3 complete pay cycles where we compared pay stub to ensure within pennies the paychecks were accurate, 150 plus interfaces delivered by our IT colleagues, 335,000 employee records, up to 200 data fields for each record, tens and tens of millions of successfully transformed data to the tune of 99.996 accuracy for our go live. Indeed, a whirlwind with the best partners on the planet of SAP, Synity, and Deloitte. So what did success look like? What does that outcome that American Airlines and US Airways, now a single company, we're looking to achieve? A lot of words on the slide. I'll take it up to a high level. Ultimately, SAP SuccessFactors modules, 8 modules across the HR suite to allow American to re-engineer and redesign to create that new employee experience, not just for our frontline team members, but also for managers and supervisors and leaders across the globe. Leveraging SAP capabilities to bring to life grade step progression in a highly complex joint collective bargaining agreement environment, to deliver unique nuances in our programs across seniority and 401k by leveraging the SCP cloud extension capabilities, and to bring over history that was important for our future, to be able to look back and understand the nuances as we go forward. We also launched Qualtrics for employee survey, data governance programs and processes with Synity, and the SAP Fieldglass solution for our contingent, and not just bringing individual solutions to work, but fully integrating them to ensure that our service center has a single version of the truth to demonstrate caring and build trust in every interaction and totally integrate the entire solution. The journey continues in 2020 and beyond, enhancing the candidate and manager experience, leveraging additional performance goals in management, building career development plans, and fully automated the entire compensation process from spreadsheets to technology. All of this leads to the ultimate ROI in American within a new employee experience, but also delivering accurate data, accurate reporting, driving analytics, which can bring the key insights to American as that journey goes forward, changing the business one insight at a time as the company goes forward. As we wrap up a bit about the American Airlines journey, I think it's important to know that these technology implementations are not just about the technology. It is both a digital and a business transformation. Your partners matter in who you leverage to take this journey on. Institutionalizing an organizational change management program before go live is a must. Governance matters. It's about making decisions, managing change, and delivering success to the leadership during the program. It must be a win-win. All partners have to feel good about it. And don't be satisfied with a successful go live. That is truly just the beginning of the journey for companies, for enterprises to realize the benefits across their employee base. And very simply, don't let a good go live get in the way of being great. Being digitally prepared to engage your team during disruptive times is essential. And that disruption comes in many forms to our business. Not just in the form of 9/11 or the financial crisis. It comes in the form of hurricanes that may impact entire cities. It comes in the form of tornadoes who may impact a data center facility. So disruption has occurred and it will be here again. So what does the new future of work look like? After all, we are all in the people business, right? What are the elements of a successful employee experience and digital transformation? What does that look like? Before I dive into the employee experience at a ground level, I do want to go back to 30,000 feet for just a minute and talk about 6 indispensable components for elevating your business through your people. So insight number 1, it is critical to clearly define the role of your leaders across the enterprise. It is important to link your corporate purpose to your team members' purpose to ensure a common vision and a common mission for the future. It is essential to deliver an amazing employee experience. In fact, one that likely exceeds your customer experience goals for all your consumers, whether they're digital, in person, in the stores across the globe. I will show you in a minute how to gain some discretionary energy that we all have through an approach based on human dignity. Relationships matter, and so do being a good partner. That is true both inside your company as well as with your external business partners that you may leverage. And finally, having a clarity model for execution that delivers the results that you're looking for is essential. So those, my friends, I will offer are 6 very critical and indispensable components for running your business. So let me now focus on revealing what I believe as I dive into insights 3, 4, and 6 a little bit to bring to life how you can take the next steps in delivering that employee experience. So what are the critical elements for success in the new employee experience? Without a doubt, empathy is a starting point. Understanding the wants, the needs, and expectations of your workforce, whether that is through your service center, its benefits, it's how we work, but having an understanding of that through their lens is critical. Secondly, it's about awareness. Using the data, using the insights, the analytics, to know what your employees and your customers are telling you to drive the insights you need across your enterprise. Dignity, or human dignity. An HR team that understands human dignity and that is able to bring it to life inside the enterprise is a foundational must. Mobility. Can you bring the work to your employees wherever they are? Remote engagement. What tools are you using? How are you providing the flexibility in the new world for your employees to do business with you wherever they may be. So remote engagement is essential. Technology as an enabler, bringing cloud and SaaS to ensure that your business always has global best practices being inserted into your business, and ultimately lowering your total cost of ownership through a cloud and SaaS model, which is now our new reality. If it wasn't before, now more than ever. And ultimately, having an employee experience that makes it easier for your employees to do business with your company. What I'd like to do now is talk about not just those 6 elements that are essential to have, indispensable in your business, but also the 8 elements of success that I just went through. What is a roadmap for you to bring that to life in your enterprise? It's one thing to know what they are, but it's more important to understand what can I do now to take the steps for success. So a culture built on human dignity is where we'll start. Active listening, awareness, and understanding of the new employee wants, needs, and experience can only be achieved through the active listening approach. And that's also true with your customers. It includes establishing an internal service culture that sets the stage for your customer service culture. And the most important element of thoughtfully and intentionally pushing the levers of human dignity, which are largely driven by employees' perceptions in these 7 critical areas. And I use the words pushing the levers. Just as you push the lever, the accelerator on your car, I believe that you too can push the levers of employee commitment to drive an outcome of discretionary energy towards your business results, if done so thoughtfully and intentionally. So what are those 7 perceptions employees may have? Do I feel included and appreciated or recognized by my management team, by my supervisor? Is my job well structured, including mobility, remote work, access to information, access to PPE, and more? Just a few months ago, the access to PPE may have applied to industrial workers or someone focused on manual labor, but now do we have access to the PPE we need as we return to the office going forward? Do I have the appropriate authority in my role to make decisions? Lever number 4, or perception number 4, does my supervisor care about me as a person? Across the company, are my business processes, are they fair and just? Do they give people a voice? And finally, do senior leaders respect me for the role that I play and contributions I make to the company? Having an approach which addresses these 7 perceptions can drive an outcome that is incredible. So step 2, layering on top of the right employee experience based on an approach with human dignity is having a technology, a digital transformation to the cloud. So understanding the cloud. Are you where you need to be? If you've already migrated to the cloud, are you leveraging the full SaaS capabilities that are possible? Have you truly optimized from a cost perspective each of the opportunities through your managed services and through the cloud to bring down your total cost of ownership across the cloud operations? Are you ready to incorporate the global best practices that will continue to come your way and are continuing to evolve through the quarterly releases? And ultimately, not just being aware of them, but being able to change your business best practices and your playbooks to meet the needs of your team in a COVID-19 world or any future disruption that we will face. The new engagement model is step 3. As you have a culture of human dignity being brought to life across the enterprise, as you implement cloud and software as a service technology, how you engage your team, what you're learning through the data, through active listening and through the analytics is the next key and making the changes you need. So are you acting with empathy, demonstrating caring and building trust through your service center to learn from the data how you can drive change for your team members? Do you have a consolidated analytics team to bring those insights together for a common understanding? The new engagement model absolutely includes remote working, collaboration, and mobility. So do you have the tools in place, the processes in place to ensure that path, be it slow, methodical, or longer term, to bring remote work and collaboration into your enterprise? Do you have a benefits and benefits delivery process that matters more, and can you leverage the insights to know what changes you need to make and what they need to become? And are you managing the data, the analytics, that new engagement model to understand how to attract, retain the right skills and talents to meet the new needs of your business? So learning from the data is a very, very relevant part of implementing that engagement model. Step 4, with technology as the enabler, it's not just about any individual piece. We talked about this model that was successfully implemented at American Airlines earlier in the conversation, but I can tell you the total workforce management, the full integration across an SAP platform, no other solution in the marketplace integrates and provides the extensibility opportunity that SAP does. So I encourage you to, if you're on a journey of best-in-class piecemealing, if you're in a ready place to evaluate your next steps, look at SAP SuccessFactors, look at Total Workforce Manager, and it's not just about the core elements that SAP offers across SuccessFactors, Qualtrics, Fieldglass. It's also about the partner apps, Synity for data governance, DocuSign for business process efficiency, and remote transaction capabilities, both highly relevant as the world continues to change. And finally, when you think about steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the roadmap, it's critical to execute against that plan, to truly bring it to life and realize the ROI and the benefits across your enterprise. All effective execution models start with clarity. Are we on the same page? Do we have a vision? Do we know the desired outcomes? Are we clear where we're going? When you have clarity, there are probably 100 things your team will want to do to bring that clarity to life. What's important is to then gain focus. Which of those 100 things matter the most? Which of those right things are the one that can bring the fastest results across your experience? You'll get to all 100 over time, but focusing on the things that matter first will help you make the greatest improvements early on. When you begin to execute, it is critical that you have well-established and well-documented business processes. Each of those business processes require ownership and ultimately accountability. Do you have the right KPIs, the right metrics? Are you leveraging data to ensure that you've got business process, clear ownership, and accountability across your execution model? And finally, if you've got process ownership and accountability in place, very simply complementing that with an organizational change management process and strong communication is when the magic begins to occur across your enterprise. So as we wrap up, I think it's important to give you 3 or 4 quick takeaways. Now is exactly the right time to establish the new future of work for your enterprise. It requires the incorporation of empathy and awareness at every touch point in your employee experience. It requires new thinking, new technology, and access to data and analytics. And it requires courage, leadership, and timely action. So thank you for your time today. This all sums up into human experience management, the new HXM for the future of work, and effective execution of how HXM can truly become a differentiator, as well as leading to CX excellence and delivery and execution through your people. So thank you.